Hi guys, welcome. We're Major Minor. Today we'll be talking about our transfer stories. Feel free to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at majorminor.ig. We thought we'd talk about our transfer stories because all of us share the unique experience of being transfer students, but
from different
perspectives and from different institutions. I'll go first. Before coming to Loyola, I went to community college. You know, like they say, you save a lot of money, but also it was more like a maturity stance. When I graduated high school, I wasn't really quite ready to go to a 4-year institution. So we decided that I would stay home and focus for those first 2 years, which is actually really helpful. It allowed me to really develop my learning habits. That's the other thing. It's a lot easier than, going to a 4-year institution. I know that's coming from my own perspective, and that's not the case for everybody. It allowed me to take my time. I didn't feel rushed. It's not as competitive as you would be at like a college or university. The other thing is it's almost lonely, but like in a good way, because you can make friends in community college. Like, it happens. Like, I made friends in community college, people I still talk to, but the classroom environment is kind of like, you go there, you learn, you get your work done, you leave, you go home. What I did like is the fact that it wasn't just a bunch of like 18 to 22 year olds. I liked the fact that like the academic space is broadened to older people and like younger people. There were like some cases where I had like 15, 16-year-olds in my classes too, trying to get ahead. Going to community college saved me a lot of money. Going to a 4-year university does the opposite, but it saved me money to be able to come here and then be able to choose any school that I wanted to. That was another thing. The transferring process was a little difficult because I was doing it by myself. It wasn't like when you're in high school and you kind of have maybe somebody holding your hand, like you go see your counselor or something like that. But I had a great time doing it anyway because I was so ready to do it. So it didn't feel like I needed help. Community college was great, and I got my associates and I'm halfway there. So I know that like some people may be hesitant because of the stigma that's assigned to community college, but that's nothing other than your business. Don't let the stigma of community college deter you or make you feel forced that your only option is to go to a 4-year university right out of school.
Right out of high school, I got accepted to Loyola as a freshman. I could have came here as a freshman. And in my like ending decisions, it was between here and the school that I went to as a freshman, which was like a local Illinois state school. So I chose to go to a state school because I felt more comfortable with that option at the time. And I just didn't feel like I fit there. I won't bad state schools because it's just like one state school out of the millions. But I got there and I realized it wasn't a fit for me. Not that it's not a fit. I'm sure it fit well for plenty of people that I met there. State schools are a great option.
They're
financially. Yes. I mean, you'll get the degree, but I didn't really feel challenged. I didn't really feel fulfilled. They offered a program for my intended major, but I didn't really feel too challenged. And I was just like not having a great time. And I just like made the decision that like, okay, I'm in college. I'm supposed to be enjoying my time, but also like I'm literally paying to be here. I'm not gonna pay to be somewhere where I don't want to be. I like made that decision over like winter break because I realized I enjoyed being home more than at that school, and that was like a hard thing to swallow. So I was like, well, I don't need to be there. And so like I made a decision over winter break, and then I just sort of opened up my options again because I had a lot of offers and options, and so I just kind of revisited things I had already been accepted to, which is Loyola. So I resent all my transcripts and things. Okay, something important. If you are considering transferring, make sure your credits transfer. You do not want to be in a situation where you spend time and money and effort, taking a class and getting a credit, and then ending up going somewhere and that not count for anything.
Yeah.
Not saying you have to go wherever all your credits transfer, but that's probably your best bet. And a tip for that is like if you are transferring, and usually you'll get like someone in charge of your files, in charge of like deciding if your credits transfer or not, and you'll like get their information. You can send them your like course descriptions, and that can help them like make that decision easier. You know, after you've been accepted and you've got your award letters and things like that, you'll get like your orientation day, and you'll pick your orientation day, which is usually in the summer, and you'll go and you'll see the campus and you'll do all the tours, and most likely you'll set up your schedule. So that's something to look forward to. I was really excited about that. When I came for like admitted weekend or whatever, I had to take a train from the southern tip of Illinois all the way up to Chicago.
Illinois is not a small state,
and then all the way down like the next day.
Nope.
But I was like so excited. I was like, I'm getting out of here.
Housing for me was the most exciting part.
I was more excited about classes.
Housing was kind of
stressful.
Yeah,
well,
stressful
like
for me because I knew I was applying so late, so I didn't know if I was going to get it. And then I almost didn't.
One thing about transferring is like you may be the bottom priority.
Yeah.
Because your institution may prioritize freshmen.
A lot of times if you're a freshman, you'll get that like hand holding through like at least the first semester.
Yeah.
And transfer kids, you just like get there and they're like, yeah, you're here and bye.
Know how to do everything.
Good luck. See ya.
Which I kind of liked because I got annoyed with all the freshman stuff when you were like required to go to stuff, and it's like I can figure this out on my own. But that's just me.
But yeah, just don't expect to get the same treatment.
Yeah, for sure.
You got as like a new freshman as you do as like a new transfer. If I had to do it again, I believe I still would have came here, but I probably would have done another year at the state school because money is important, guys.
My transfer story. So my senior year of high school, I was applying to colleges and everything, and I kind of had a phase where I really wanted to go to a state school. That was at the time when I wanted to go into broadcasting, like sports broadcasting. So I applied to like a lot of state schools and then 2 Catholic schools. So then, or 3, I guess, but one I didn't really want to go to because it was tiny. When it came down to me making my final decision, I no longer wanted to go to a state school, so I had limited myself a lot in that regard. And I had one school that I really wanted to go to. I wanted to go to School A, but unfortunately there was a lawsuit against School A at the time. And my parents were really concerned about that, and I didn't think it was a huge deal, but my parents did. So I ended up not going there, and I went to School B, which was... Basically, what I'm trying to say is that School A was pretty much the only school I wanted to go to by the end of my senior year. So School B was my second choice, but it was like way below. Like, I really wasn't excited to go there. I didn't have that like anticipation that I always wanted, that I always thought I would have. That was kind of upsetting to me. And then when it came time for like my orientation and stuff, I wasn't really excited for all of that stuff. I wasn't excited to move in. I mean, there was like some excitement just to be away and to be at college. And I really tried to suppress all those feelings. I tried to make myself excited. I tried to hype myself up. I felt like I had to like give that school a fair shot. Like I had to really give it my all and try as hard as I could to make it my home. I kind of went in almost like not wanting to like it, but at the same time trying as hard as I could to like it. So freshman year, I got there, and it didn't help that like I didn't make a whole lot of friends that year, which is a whole nother story. And I also found out as I got there that the program for my major was like shrinking. Currently I'm a film major, but at that university I was a communications and journalism major, so obviously that's way more broad. At Loyola, there's a whole college just for communications. Yeah, it obviously just wasn't really the best place for me to be for that reason, and also just because I just wasn't happy there. It was pretty far from home for me. It kind of stressed me out how hard it was to get home when I had break. I didn't really see any benefit in being that far, and then I also thought there was so much more to offer in Chicago. And I kind of realized that I had taken that for granted, and going away for a year made me appreciate Chicago a lot more. And then I guess I applied to Loyola like sometime in spring semester, and I kind of just thought to myself, like, why didn't I look at Loyola in the first place? I came and visited over spring break, and I didn't necessarily like get that feeling that like I was meant to be here or anything like that. So it was kind of a leap of faith to come here, but I just knew that it wasn't the right decision for me to stay at the school that I was at for another year. So I came to Loyola, and it turned out to be the best decision I could have made. Advice for transfer students: once you get to your new school, look around and see what your school offers to transfer students in terms of like community. Like, I went on a retreat that was specifically for transfer students. There was like a transfer meet and greet.
Yeah,
thing
there were a
that
lot
we
of
went
like
to.
transfer
Yeah.
like oriented things.
Even though that was like really small. But,
Yeah.
And go to like the first week activity things. Like, they might be geared more towards freshmen, but whatever.
Just go.
Don't feel locked at a place that you're not happy. At the end of the day, transferring shouldn't even be a hard decision, really, because if you're not happy where you are, then don't stay there.
It's really important to, if you're coming from the community college, remind yourself it's gonna be different. It's not as hard as you think it's gonna be.
Yeah. So yeah, go transfer students.
Yay!
Yay. Alright, we'll see you guys in our next video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and follow us on Instagram. See you later. Bye.
Bye.